Howdy do. Right, so I've got the third letter from Civil Enforcements Limited. Obviously I sent them one back that was in the previous video. So this one is response to representation, it says, and there it is if you can see it. Normal, well, the better quality weighing scales thingamajig that they've got in the corner. Blah blah blah. Right. We refer to your recent letter. We have considered the matters raised, but regret to advise that we're unable to cancel this enforcement notice. In response to the specific issues raised in your letter, we would respond as follows. The car park has experienced severe problems with unauthorised car parking, resulting in vehicles being parked for long periods of time and occupying valuable space. There are many clear and visible signs displayed on the site advising drivers of the regulations in force. I don't think they're very visible because I didn't see them. And obviously part of their argument there is that there's a machine in the reception at the venue and I'm supposed to punch my registration plate in. Anyway, so customers must register on every visit to extend their parking allowance. On this occasion you failed to do so. No, there was nobody in reception. I've got it on video. Well, I've got a video of me on the phone, which is in the long 38-minute video, the first one, where the people at the Botanical Gardens were just as surprised as I was that there was nobody at reception. So, blah, 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 blah. It's the responsibility of the driver to ensure they adhere to parking terms. The terms and conditions for parking are clearly stated on the signage erected throughout the car park in question. I think I ought to get some glasses and kind of leer over them, you know, like a judge. But boy. Anyway, where are we? The legal basis for this ticket we have issued to you is contract law in ditto marks. By parking in the car park where our signs clearly display the terms and conditions of parking, you consented by your actions, i.e. parking your car on the site, to be bound by such terms and payment is now due. Guys, contract means signatures. I mean, if you have a look at what's been going on with insurances, for example, this is something that's come from one of these Freeman on the Land documentaries I've been watching. If you order car insurance, this is on a sub note to the rest of this video. If you order car insurance and you order it online or you order it on the phone and then they email you your contract or they email you your insurance certificate with all the details, if you have to claim and it's a major claim, they could nullify your insurance by saying, I'm sorry, but we can't find our copy of the signed agreement with our signatures and the client's signatures on. Has the client got their copy? And then obviously you haven't, because all you've got is the email with the print-offs and everything, and they'll say, the insurance people will say, oh, I'm ever so sorry, well, we'll give him his money back. And then you're left with a huge bill for whatever, for repairs to cars and legal costs and, you know, hospital costs if you've injured somebody, all that sort of stuff. And no insurance. So, contract law, signatures. By parking your car in the car park where our signs are clearly displayed the terms and conditions of parking, you consented by your actions to be bound. We reject your assertion that this is harassment. We are contacting you to collect a payment that is valid and outstanding. We regret that the enforcement notice remains valid as the ticket was correctly issued in accordance with the terms and conditions stated. If the parking incident occurred in England or Wales, you may appeal to the Independent Appeals Service via poplar.org.uk using the verification code blah blah blah. If your appeal to Poplar is rejected, you will lose the right to pay at the reduced rate and you will need to pay at the higher amount. Guys, you're not getting a penny out of me. Not a penny. In view of your correspondence, even if you have received a reminder demanding payment at a higher rate, we have extended the time allowance for you to pay the original reduced charge by further 14 days. Oh, aren't they sweet? To make a payment at this lower rate, please call 0115 822 5020 or go online at ce-service.co.uk, or send a cheque to the above address, which is the Civil Enforcement Limited, Horton House, Exchange Flags, Liverpool. Exchange Flags? What, they've exchanged the Union Jack for a pirate flag? Liverpool, L2 3PF. If you have any comments with regards to the way we have handled this matter, please write to the Executive Office at the same address. Yours faithfully, Scrawl, Representation Team. Again, no legal person, physical being, human being, taking responsibility for this letter. So, I might just write them a quick, straight to the point one saying, guys, you're not getting a penny out of me, and I refer you to the previous answers that I gave you before. Bailiffs waste of time, I will film them for YouTube. Anybody comes to my house, I will film them for YouTube, and I'll make a fool out of them. There's not a law on this planet that without a signed contract you will not be able to get a single penny out of me. So go for it. Right, let's get the letter done. I might actually put what was it I had last time? It was the what was it? The scales of justice squashed down with a foot on top. I think this time I might I don't know, put a unicorn, packet of peanuts. I don't know. Some photographs of some, I don't know, something from the 1900s, just some meaningless stuff. In fact, I might make the whole page one, just header logos all the way down. Anyway, I'm tired, but it is fun though. Right then, so this time what I'm going to do for a letterhead is I'll come around here a little bit and you can see. So I've taken the Scales of Justice and I've rippled it a little bit because obviously it's starting to get a bit bashed to pieces with it being trampled on by a unicorn. So this will now be the new letterhead, and I might actually make it so that there's a big version of it all nice and faded out in the background like they've got theirs, which if I show you both of those you can probably see that. So they've got a big Scale of Justice in the background with a little one in the top, so might as well do the same. So, oh, and I've just finished writing the letter as well, I'll read that out to you. So let me just blank the bits out where I've got my name and everything. Okay. Right, so what I've put then, I'll just give you a quick look at the letter there so that you can do the old pause and everything later on if you really want to. So I've put, Dear Squiggle, because of the squiggle. Your name, I refer to the scrawl of signature which is found on the correspondence, and I have noted that this is not a legible name of a person under UK corporate law. And as such, it seems that no actual person within your establishment is willing to take legal representation of the matter at hand. As you are probably aware, I would like to, and as you are probably aware, I would take personal action against said squiggle for harassment by you to me regarding this situation. In your latest letter, dated the 10th of June 2014, you have stipulated that there is a contract law agreement between you, the plaintiff, and me, the man on England, Great Britain, Northern Hemisphere, planet Earth, the Milky Way, Monmatia under Urantia. However, that's the full name for our solar system apparently. However, it is my understanding that in order for a contract to exist between two parties, then documents containing both signatures of the buyer and seller / giver and receiver, or in this case the parker and the parkee, I would therefore request that, before this matter can continue, that you provide me with a copy of said contract, and I will be sure to read it fully. In addition, and as you have stated in your letter, you assume that a contract exists simply on the basis that you believe me to have seen, read, understood and signed an agreement with you, within the car park as part of insignificant signage on the premises, and or that I were to enter my vehicle registration into a computer of some sort within the reception area of the venue. It is not under any law on the land that assumptions are a solid ground for a plaintiff to request or demand recompense. It's a word and a half. Which is a bit like sticking a finger in the air and deciding that tomorrow is Thurswibble, the gibble swivel of Thlish. In other words, complete nonsense. Further to this, I have audio recorded evidence from the venue when speaking to their on-site manager at the time, that when I explained there was no staff members present in the reception when I arrived, and it was in no way clear that I had to log my attendance in any way, that they were surprised as I was that this had occurred. It is my belief that, due to the nature of the conversation and the tone of the voice of the manager at the time, they too were as surprised as I was. I therefore insist that you divert this matter to the venue. Getting back to the matter in hand, I am sure you know that you have, bold, no chance in receiving a single penny from me, and never will, not even if bailiffs are paid for by you to visit my abode. I will gladly film them for my YouTube channel, so it is up to you and them really, if you want them to attend and be recorded. I suggest you Google or YouTube Civil Enforcement's Parking Fine BBC Watchdog, or go to this link, and then I've put a link to that one that Daniel Bostock popped up about. It was a bit of BBC Watchdog actually, with Anne Robinson and that traffic solicitor chappie. And at the bottom I've put, have fun, Jonathan. So I'll send all that back in a bit. I've not changed the doodah over yet, but I'll change that in a little bit. So that'll be the next thing. So yeah, what will be on the top of there will be the unicorn smashing what do you call it, the scales of justice to pieces, and then a smaller one in the background, that's a bigger one in the background that's faded out. So yeah, there we go, and then I'll pop that in the post and see what happens. There we go, that's better. So we've got the faded out one in the background, and then a miniature version on the inside, which is not too dissimilar to how they've done there. As you see, they've got a faded out one in the background and a little one on the inside. Ah, look, it's twins. Just thought I'd do my own signature for this one, so instead of putting regards, I put have fun, Jonathan, and then there's a line, and it goes over and over and over and over and over and over. Oh, it's an arrow. Where's it pointing? It's pointing to a little smiley face on the other side.